Hi guys, it's Chelsea with Appalachian Herb Kitchen. We have had some serious rain in the last few days here in the Asheville area in western North Carolina, northern South Carolina, the upstate. Serious pattern of rain has set in, and I think we've gotten like 9 inches in this area in just a few days, less than a week, which is huge. Not out of the ordinary for here in the Appalachian Mountains. But I know that after this period of rain, this cycle of rain is done, it's going to be much warmer outside and the sun's going to come out and my plants are going to burst into growth. And a lot of them already have, but they're going to burst even more when it gets warm. So I think that today is a perfect day to cut them back. We're going to have about a 24-hour break in the rain where it's just going to be cloudy. So it's a good day to cut them back and get them ready for that burst of growth so that they grow in a way that I want them to grow. So I thought I'd make a couple videos, pruning videos for you guys to see how to prune plants. So right here I have some oregano, and as you can see, it's gotten really tall. Most of them are probably about 1.5 feet tall, some of them 2 feet tall. And as oregano grows and it gets taller and taller and these spikes go up, 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 they're gonna start to form flowers. And I could let my oregano flower, and I might get oregano in other parts of the yard from the seed bean spread. But I could let it flower and I could even eat the flowers, they're tasty. But once it flowers, the green growth on the plant is gonna kind of slow down for the rest of the year, and it's gonna get really scraggly, and it's not gonna be as tasty as it could be for using in food or in medicine. So I wanna cut it back so that it'll bush out and grow bigger, because throughout the entire summer all the way into fall, until our first real cold snap, I'm gonna be harvesting oregano and drying it and then moving it into glass jars, and I'll have a whole year's worth of oregano harvested that I won't ever have to buy it. So to cut oregano back, what I wanted to do is, it's got opposite leaves, shoots that come out on the sides. And what I want this plant to do is to bush out and produce more of these individual spikes. So I am going to pick a spot to cut down and let 2 of these shoots come up and be main spikes. So let me cut a piece off and show you what I'm talking about. So here is the oregano, and see how the leaves come out opposite the new little shoots? Well, if I cut down to one of these nodes and take this top part off, these 2 side shoots will grow out and they'll become strong like this top shoot. They'll become main shoots. And I'll have even more oregano to harvest a little bit later in the summer. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's my goal. Now I wanna take farther down the plant. I wanna go as far down as possible down the plant. And the reason for that is that if you were to just take the first couple nodes off, and this is still on the plant like this and still this tall, these 2 nodes are gonna shoot out, and you've got where this plant is long and skinny, and then it's gonna bush out at the top. It's gonna fall over like that, and it's really not gonna like life if you do that. It's gonna get lanky and weird, and you're gonna have the skinny plant that bushes out up here, and the plant's not gonna be able to support itself, and it's gonna be a weak plant, and it's not gonna taste very good. It's gonna lose its vitality and not like life. So you wanna come way further down the plant to allow that bushy growth. So that is what I'm gonna do. And when I first started growing herbs and getting to a point where I could harvest them and cut them back, I was always really afraid of, I took things higher up on the plant because I was afraid of, like, oh, I've spent this much time growing this amazing plant, like I don't wanna cut it all the way back. I don't wanna hurt it. I was afraid of what might happen, and that I might injure the plant and it not be as strong. But what I found with most perennial herbs is that you can give them huge haircuts. They love a giant, what almost looks brutal haircut, and they will come back so vigorous and love life so much more. So don't be afraid to take them back really far. So I'm gonna take them back to about 4 to 6 inches. So I'm gonna really get down in this oregano plant and cut it really, really short. And it's not gonna be as pretty to look at as it is right now. out and it gets warm in summer and it's absorbed all this wonderful rainwater, it is going to be a vigorous, gorgeous stand again, even fuller than it is right now. So I'm just not going to be afraid. And I'm going to cut them all back. Even some of these thinner stems, I'm going to cut them back so that I'm getting a uniform kind of height across here. And this whole plant will bush out now when the sun comes out. There's one that I already, this is a good example because I already topped this one off. Probably one night when I was cooking dinner and I wanted some fresh oregano. And so it has already, I topped it off down to here and it's sending up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new side shoots. So it's gonna get really, really bushy. And some of these areas back here I already topped off when I was hunting for dinner one night. Let's see. Get in there. Oop, 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 oop. Being clumsy. Come here, oregano, shoot. So now I've topped it all off. I'm even gonna cut this one, I think, a little bit and made them all even. It's really low and it's like, oh no, what'd you do to that beautiful oregano? But I will show you guys again in a couple weeks what happens. It'll just shoot up and be even more bushy and beautiful. And now my little strawberry behind it can get more light in it. It's not going to shade it as much in the morning. And I have this abundance of oregano that I can dry and use in my kitchen. It's so good. I wish smell translated. I wish there was such thing as visual smell. It would be amazing. So yeah, that's pruning and trimming back your oregano, harvesting it. Y'all have a wonderful day and I will see you soon.